She's my cherry pie.
Woo!
Fire it up, huh?
Yeah. Set our intentions.
Okay, guys, let's set our intentions. New episode, great topic, bachelorette parties. We've all had one of those. So, you know, we're just.
Well, not you yet.
Yeah. Well, I've attended.
Oh, that's right. That's right. That was a rubbin. I gotta admit, that was definitely a rubbin. That was me. Like you were hanging out with me and my friends, my guy friends, right there. That was me. That was you and me sitting on a stoop in New York City, and you said that. That was me trying to fuck with you. I gotta admit. All right, good. That was a good ball bust.
Nini, you should feel like if you're me, you're used to it at this point. We're so
Yes.
desensitized
Yes,
at this point by being
broke a cherry.
tortured by Tommy. Should we change the name of this pod from Till the Dirt till Tortured by Tommy?
Well, that's got a good onomatopoeia.
Onomatopoeia?
Yeah, man.
No. That's alliteration. Welcome back, Dirties. We are so happy to be here today to talk to you guys about our bachelor and bachelorette party and all the things that you only get to do once.
Yeah.
Hopefully you only have one wedding, and hopefully you don't have more than one or two bachelorette
I was
parties.
going to say, like, if you have been married and divorced, you don't get a second bachelor.
Hell yeah, you do.
You do?
Yes. It's just like you can wear a white wedding dress even if you got married. You
No,
could have
I
two
understand.
weddings.
I understand, but I'm just saying I've never been to a second bachelor party.
You've never been to anybody's second wedding.
I have been to someone's second wedding.
Who was it?
A dude that I lived in when I lived in Vegas.
Okay.
I went to his second wedding.
Were you at his first one?
No.
Did you go to a bachelor party?
No,
Why?
just a second wedding.
Because you weren't that close.
Yeah, we worked together and invited everybody. That we
Terrible
worked with.
example.
Again, I'm just saying I've never been to a second bachelor party.
Well, if you don't want to fuck up the one that you have, hopefully you only have one. Hopefully
Yeah.
you're not getting married twice, so you don't have to worry about a second anything.
I'm just curious. It just kind of hit me in the head. I'm just kind of curious as to whether or not that's something that
100% people
have the second.
when you have a
Well,
wedding,
if-
you get to be the king and the queen, the prince and the princess of your world.
So if it's second wedding for one, first wedding for
With
the
your
other,
friends.
they definitely get a bachelor party.
Like once
right?
once you're engaged, you get to be a self-appointed princess among your friends. Like
Don't get
everyone
carried
has
away.
to prioritize
If you're
your life.
second wedding, you don't get the princess element again. I'm sorry. That doesn't. No, I'm sorry.
It depends on if you're a bridezilla
No,
and
I'm sorry.
a narcissist.
I'm sorry. I don't care if you're.
right, Nini?
I don't care. Groom, bride. If it's your second one, just shut the fuck up and show up.
No,
That's it.
no.
That's it. Yeah, you
Listen,
don't get twos.
you forget something.
If you're marrying someone else and it's their first, I understand where they get all the bells and whistles and they get all the hoopla. Fantastic.
Hold up.
But one person, if you've done it already, you can't do it twice. Unless the first time you did it, you didn't do it.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like if the first time was just you eloped or there was a real short thing. And
Well, you forget about something I want to
What?
tell you. If you are getting married a second time, that means that you survived divorce.
Okay, so what does that mean? You get a bigger party?
Divorce is hard. So if you
So you're gonna
manage
get
to
divorce is hard. Let's go
find
get married
another
again?
person and fall in love again and get to the point of marriage, you're probably going to want to celebrate that really hard. I'm
Okay.
just letting you know, like, we're here to talk about everything that we loved and hated about
Yeah, I
our
think-
journey.
I think that's what Nini was talking about. That everybody's kind of been to a bachelor
Nini is
party,
saying that she's
been in a
27
bridal
dresses.
party.
Nini is saying that she's
Yeah.
27 dresses.
Yeah. No, I was saying that.
No.
I was saying.
Nini probably-
With my comment, it was basically that she's 27 dresses.
Do you know that she made an official announcement on the gram and at her last bachelorette that she's like, I am turning in my title. I'm retiring my jersey. I am never going to be a bridesmaid ever again. So Cousin Zeba,
Well, I think for a girl,
shout out to Cousin Zeba.
but I think
she
for the-
just went to Miami.
Yeah.
Her husband wanted to go to his bachelor. He was the best man. They were going to like charter a yacht.
That shit was crazy. That's
No,
what-
dude.
We've had this conversation. That was crazy.
Expensive.
The financial obligation they were looking to put on people, like, yeah, come to my wedding. It's gonna
Like-
cost you 15 grand.
like if you're-
what? You know what I mean? What?
Like if your best friend Craig, when
Yeah.
he had his bachelor party, did you go or were they married before you came along?
No, I did not. Well, his wasn't. His
but
was
like-
kind of like mine. It was pretty lame.
Oh, his bachelor party was lame?
Yeah,
Did you do it in NJ? Is that what you call it?
Yeah, Atlantic City.
AC,
Yeah,
right? You got
NJ.
AC.
Literally no one in the world has ever said the word NJ.
No, but you call
But
it.
many people have said AC.
You call
never heard
Ocean
AC?
City.
No.
Anyway, so my thing is, if Craig is throwing his own bachelor party, or you guys, he's gonna pay for everything, right? Or you guys are gonna like chip in for everything. It's not gonna be like the same thing as like
Yes.
mortgaging your home.
Craig would never
Allow
put the obligation on someone
his
else
guests.
to do that.
And, yeah.
If he was doing that, he's paying for fucking everything. I'm not saying he's doing that.
And to
but
clarify-
the only way he would ever do it is if he was paying for everything.
To clarify, we're talking about if you're going to have a bachelorette party or a bachelor party,
With a
everybody
bunch of
that
bells
you
and whistles?
invited, you better not be expecting your friends to do anything other than show up.
Well, no. Listen, first of all, it shouldn't be incumbent upon the person that's getting married anyway. That's a lot of responsibility. That's why it's crazy for them to be planning their own bachelor party. It's really up to the maid of honor or the best man to plan the bachelor party. From where I'm from, that's how I always knew it to be.
No, I can
that-
bust out Emily Post. It's going to say the same
Yeah,
thing.
they got enough going on. The bride and the groom got enough going on. The responsibility of that.
Traditionally.
Yeah. It's the speech and the bachelor or bachelorette party. That's
Right.
what the responsibilities.
And when you're having your best man, maid of honor, plan this, they're going to be spearheading everything, but they're not paying for it. Who's paying for it?
Well, no, that's what I'm saying.
I paid for everything.
But that's organizing.
I even
amongst-
provided the hotel rooms. I didn't buy the airline tickets, though.
It should be incumbent upon the best man or maid of honor to put that together, to say, listen, this is the idea that I have for us. What's our budget? What do you guys feel comfortable with spending on a bachelorette party? Oh, we're all fine with spending $300, or we're all fine with spending $500, or all fine with spending $20. Whatever it is, this is what we're comfortable with. All right, what can we do with this? And
What
then
if it's $5,000 ahead?
no, but it can't. But that's what I mean. It can't be.
If you need to roll that deep,
That's
then
real
roll all the way
irresponsible.
deep.
No, listen. If
and buy the
everybody in
whole
the
thing.
if everybody in your bridal party is like, fuck, I want this to be the best party on the history of Earth, and we're all looking to spend $5,000. We want a fucking yacht. We want a mermaid. The works. If they want that, then yeah, here you go. But you can't make it like, all right, so this is what we're doing.
I would
And
think
it's
you would have-
$5,000 each. And if you don't come, then you're going to look real weird. You know, it's not nice. It's not nice.
All right.
Well, you know, the first thing with any bachelor party is you have to know who your bridal party is. For me personally, like I said, everybody that was in my bridal party was like a brother to me. So it was real easy to pick those guys. My best man, who was Johnny, who we've spoken about in the past, was not the original choice. Obviously, it would have been Jamie if he had in the past. But my first choice was actually Craig, who she just mentioned.
But he was a
Yes.
camera shy.
And it's the same, because again, they're filming this, right? So everything's going to be on camera. Her cousin Zeba would have probably been her logical maid of honor.
No, but she
But
didn't
it's the
want to be
same
there.
thing. She's someone, she's like Craig. Craig called me up in a sweat. You got to understand something. The dude Craig we're talking about, like, he ain't scared of nothing.
He's the dopest.
He's not scared of anything. Like, he's a bad, bad man. The one thing that I know that he's fucking terrified of is only because he called me in a fucking sweat, bro, that he was going to have to be my best man because he was worried about being filmed and the speech. And I'm freaking out. You know what I mean? So I had to take it from him and give it to my buddy Johnny, who's also, again, there's no difference to me. He's like a brother, but he's a ham. And it was much easier process for him to do all the best man responsibilities.
Johnny did a beautiful job.
Yeah, but for you, you know, Zeba, she's got the stage presence of fucking Terry Schiavo.
I don't know
She
if-
wouldn't have been fucking like Roy after he got bit by the tiger. You know what I'm saying? She's like,
So
it's not her forte.
What Tommy's saying is that I did ask my dear sweet cousin Zeba to be in the bridal party,
Yeah.
and her daughters were our
Yes, the
flower girls,
flower girls.
but she pulled a Nene 4 years ago and said, "I'll do anything for you. I just don't want to be a bridesmaid at all. Like, I don't want to walk down the aisle. I don't want to have people watching, seeing what my dress is. Please don't." And I was like, "Oh my God, fine. Yeah, totally. I get it." Like, there were people that wanted to be bridesmaids, and then there's the ones that don't want to be a bridesmaids. But she was just as involved, there with me the entire day and night. So I had my friend from third grade, Carrie O'Grady,
Yes.
my friend Jen Sawala, who is coming over tomorrow, and we are going to go to Bounce House together.
Bounce.
Craig and Brandon, Reza was our matron of honor.
He definitely would be the best for the on camera. You know what I mean? I'm not trying to take away anything from the relationship. I'm just saying the other people aren't as good in the spotlight as him, if that makes sense.
Reza and Johnny are both good in front of a room.
Yeah. Yes.
They like to work a room.
Yes, and they're good at it.
They'll look forward to doing a
Yes.
speech.
It's no thing to them. You know what I'm saying?
They're good at it.
Yeah, it's nothing to them.
It's a comfortable place.
Yes.
It's not going to
a
give them
responsibility.
anxiety several
Yes.
months in advance.
Exactly.
Okay.
Again, they're filming. You know what I mean? So it's on. It's, you know this is going to be.
I mean, I remember Nene was nervous about her speech, and they didn't have to film it. I mean, like every wedding, remember, has a videographer.
Yes. No.
So you're always on a
that's what I mean.
stage.
So it's already a nervous thing to begin with. But now when you extrapolate that and you put that out, oh, this is going to be into the universe and it's out there forever. Are you ready? You know what I mean? Some people are like, whoa. I don't know. You know, I can't handle that. But we picked the two best people for the job. Let's put it that way.
Okay. So when it comes to the bachelor party, most of your friends are not in LA, they're in New York.
Yeah.
So your bachelor party was to be in Atlantic City.
I needed all of them there. You know what I mean? Or I wanted
It was
to make
easier
it
for you to go there
than for them to come here.
to California.
Especially they're going to come here for the wedding.
Or Vegas.
Yeah, that was the other possibility, but that's what you were doing. So it's kind of like, you wanted nothing to do with any co-bachelorette, bachelor party. You wanted nothing to be on camera with me.
Your friends weren't going to do it either.
No, but you wanted nothing to do with it.
So my thing is, okay, so you guys, like traditionally, the guys having the bachelor party at the exact same weekend that the girls are having her bachelorette party. I would not be able to enjoy my bachelorette party if I had to worry about what my husband is doing at his bachelor party.
Yeah, you were so against it. Bro.
I was, all my life, I never cared about a wedding, but all my life, I feared, because you have to remember, Persians hire, like, you know the things you see in Thailand where like a woman is shooting goldfish out of her box? Okay. Like I've seen it with my own eyes. Oh, with the Shahs, we went to Thailand and you'll see this woman who's very nimble, like,
I bet.
Like she'll sew with her pussy. Like she'll literally sew you like a scarf or something. She'll knit you a dress.
I would like
needle
one of those. I would like a scarf.
It with
like
a needle and thread,
scarves.
all being done inside of her box.
I would like a box sweater.
Sweater.
I would.
So I also heard a lot of things like since high school, my Persian friends who got married from a young age, the bachelor parties were crazy. Like there were lollipops, there was sex. Definitely.
Lollipops.
Yeah, like be like, oh yeah, she popped lollipops out of her vagina. And I was like, that sounds so graphic. Like I can't handle the man I love on a weekend where they're all drunk.
And you know I love lollipops. You know, I'm a big fan.
I don't know. It was like all these really risque,
all I know
niche
is
talents. I imagine that strippers are going to be extremely beautiful and the best bodies that I can ever imagine. And sitting in your mouth, all of their
mouth.
Yeah, like their
Sitting
boobs,
in my mouth.
Their tits are going to be in your mouth. They're going to be sitting wet on your lap.
Oh.
And this is all I can imagine. So I was like, you're going to be sitting there with the biggest hard-on that you've ever had. And your dude friends are going to be so trash that it's going to be a free-for-all. And the way Persians do bachelor parties from the age 18 that I've been knowing about this, trust and believe, you don't want to even have a boyfriend after that.
I don't want to go to. I don't want to.
It's so over the top. They get the best of the best of the best. And it's like the hottest girls. And I didn't even want to get married because I didn't want the bachelor party.
Like I said, her father had just passed. For a lot of this, she was in a fog. She would snap out of that fog anytime the bachelor party came up.
Yeah.
Like, what? No. He's not doing that. He's not going there. You were very adamant that it was not to be on camera, that it was not going to be together, that anyone from the show was not going to be, like Mike couldn't come, Shervin couldn't come, Sammy couldn't come.
Because those guys would make sure that those types of girls would be sitting there with their tits in your mouth and their wet pussies on your bare thighs.
In my mouth, right? In my mouth.
Pretty much.
They're sitting in my mouth.
No, because it would be a lap dance. So that's the reason why they couldn't be there, because then they'd start organizing it. And I feel like your friends are innocent because, like, I don't care what your guy friends.
We're just over the hill, bro.
Very,
You know what I
very,
mean?
very
Listen,
innocent.
we've all been to bachelor parties.
Am I right or am I right?
Trust me, my friends, we've
Okay.
all been there. We've all been to those crazy parties too.
They wouldn't
But
get.
I'm just
They
like
would
we
get
were at a,
sex workers. They wouldn't get like a stripper who's gonna come. Like no. They would get like the most hardcore shit, and that's the reason why they
would-
couldn't come. Because I
honestly,
wouldn't want them to be involved.
Yeah,
like
no, you
they
were just
can't.
you were very, very anti.
And let me tell you, even just when you talk about it right now, I
I can see you getting a little flustered.
I get really upset because there's two types of women in this world. The type of girl who loves to go to strip clubs
Oh.
and get twisted up with her husband, boyfriend, and like then the type that want nothing to do with
That's
a,
it.
a strip.
Just-
There's only two types
That's
of girls.
it. That's it.
Two.
That's it.
You either into it and you want to get a lap dance too, and you and your man might even like go to the champagne room together.
okay.
Or the kind that
You wanna
says
burn this place to the
over
ground."
my dead body.
Yeah, they should shut this place down. Heathens.
Yeah. So which one do you think I am?
The first.
That likes to go to strip clubs?
Yeah. You don't speak like a church mouse. Let's just put it that way.
Okay. How many strip clubs have you and I been to?
How many have I gone to? I
No.
don't-
How many have you and I been to together?
None.
Okay, so you know who I am.
Okay. All right. I've heard your mouth. You got a dirty mouth. You
has
got a real
nothing to
filthy
do
mouth.
with dirty.
You talked about getting gangbanged on camera in front of
That was fantasy.
no on your bachelor party.
They said, "What's your
you were there to
fantasy?"
cheat. That's what you kept talking about on your. I at your bachelorette party. It's on camera.
Oh, that was a joke.
Yeah, it's a season-long joke. Yes.
No, see, I was just playing the game.
Yeah.
that
Hilarious. Hilarious.
I said something to the effect of, is it a bachelorette party
I
if
want
I
to
don't
cheat. I'm gonna cheat on Tommy.
if I don't at least like get laid or something? It was a joke.
It's
Obviously,
such a hilarious joke.
I went with my guests at my bachelorette party were my husband to be.
No, I wasn't. I showed up as a surprise.
Okay, so we won't skip ahead, but my guests at my bachelorette party were mostly my gay best friends.
Yes, who are all whores. Filthy, filthy, dirty whores. Every one of them. Every one of them.
Anyway, my point is that there's not going to be any straight men. And I was actually hanging out with gay guys. I feel like girls would only cheat if they went out with other girls.
That's awesome.
Don't you feel like you have more of a chance of getting picked up and hit on if you do your bachelorette party in Vegas with a bunch of your female friends?
No.
I only had like 2 friends. None of my girlfriends were willing to come to Vegas because they were like,
They don't
I
like you
want to
that much?
stay employed. No, they didn't want to do anything in Vegas.
what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas.
Because it was filmed and they were in
Oh,
relationships.
yeah.
Like Jenny wouldn't go, Jen Sawala couldn't go. Like they had too big of jobs, like too
Yeah.
much at stake.
To go with
go.
you. Yeah, with you people.
Yeah, so
With
the
you
only
hooligans.
girls would have been Destiny, Golnessa, and I think that's it, girl-wise.
Yeah.
I've been to trips with Golnessa. We're not like getting with guys when we travel together. We're very much like in our own world together. We'll get approached and hit on. I mean, she did meet one of her boyfriends in Sundance, as a matter of fact.
So there goes your whole fucking
But they didn't.
theory.
We didn't like go hook up. She didn't do that.
Gotcha.
Okay, so what's the point? Like, what's the teachable moment? Zero? Nothing?
I don't think there is a teachable moment from a bachelor party.
The fear was
I know
the-
that I was for me, mine was lame.
Let's
Mine was
talk
real
about
lame.
no, but it didn't see. It wasn't planned that way.
Yeah.
it was
No, they were up my ass, bro. They really, 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 really wanted me to film my bachelor party. And I was
looking
just
back. I wish you
adamant.
would have done it.
You were adamant that that wasn't to happen. So I had to be real.
I didn't want any evidence.
I had like I didn't tell them. I just left. I just left and came back, and they were real upset. I was supposed to let them know what was going down, and I just dipped and went back and had my bachelor party and came back, and they weren't happy about that at all. I wasn't supposed to go to her bachelor party or bachelorette party. At the time, you got to understand, I'm working. I'm getting up every day at 4:30 in the
this
morning.
is when you had like this is pre-COVID, so everyone's getting up and going to an office.
I was up 4:30 in the morning. I would go to work all day, and then I would come home, and they would literally be sitting there waiting for me to walk through the door. Like, oh, all right, he's here, let's go. You know what I'm saying? And then we'd film till midnight, 1 o'clock in the morning sometimes. So I would just be real tired. So I was happy that she was going out of town to do her bachelorette party. I was going to stay home, but like I said, I bailed on them, and I feel bad because I don't like to lie to people like that, especially, you know, I'm seeing these producers, I'm seeing these people every day, and I just left. They were like, will you come surprise her? And it really was up to the last minute. I was like, I got to let you know how I feel that day because it was all in the same week. Like I went to my bachelor party.
You were all under, it was a lot of pressure for you.
But I came and went. So I did a lot of traveling, and then I went back to work. And that Friday, they left. So I said, I'm going to go to work on Friday, and I'll see how I feel walking out. If I'm tired, I'm just going to go home, and I'll see you guys on Monday. If I feel up to it, I'll go. And when I left, I was good. So I was like, you know what? I'll go. So literally nobody knew except for some people in production and Reza.
The thing about having documentation of your bachelor party is that I would be so on edge. So I'm sure it would be great to document me freaking out. And you know what? I was going through enough. I didn't want to subject myself to stress. For everyone who's having a bachelor and bachelorette party, I recommend that you do a weekend with your girlfriends and obviously your gay best friends, a separate weekend at a different time for the bachelor party. I recommend keeping it local if you can, like to the people that, like Tommy did. Tommy went to Atlantic City because all his friends live on that side of the country. My friends are all out here, so you do something like a Cabo or a Vegas. For me personally, not leaving the country is the best way to travel. That's why our favorite place is Catalina Island right now.
Yeah, but you could do a bachelor party at Catalina
No
Island.
way. I would not. Yeah. I don't want to share Catalina Island with anybody. If you're listening, I'm never going to invite you to Catalina Island unless I really, really love you. And we're going to go again this year for my birthday, right?
Yeah, yeah. I think a big deal is what point you are in your life, too. You know what I mean? Because I know at 24 or 25, I would not have had the bachelor party that I had. It would have been fucking nuts.
First of all, you didn't even say what you did yet. So
describe
it. Draw us a picture.
My buddy Lou B, who anyone out there, if you're listening, he is, if you're ever in Atlantic City, HQ, the nightclub, go to the nightclub to ask for Lou B and tell him you know me. Trust me, he's going to take good care of you.
Headquarters, is that HQ?
Yeah, I think that's but he's a big nightclub guy. He has been in the city, in New York for a long time. He's got a lot going on in Atlantic City.
So he posted the bachelor party?
Yes, but the problem is the last one he had done amongst my friends was like bedlam, dude. Like it was a headache for him. You know what I mean? Like security was cold. Like it got crazy. So if any of his friends was going to have that type of deal, he'd figure that would be me. You know what I mean? Because I was nuts. Mm-hmm. So now it's my bachelor party. And he was real concerned.
Right.
But, I even let him know. I'm like, yo, bro, I want to gamble a little bit. His club is one of those EDM clubs. It's like music panel. Like, I'm good, bro. I don't want, it's the hottest club in Atlantic City, but I'm good. Yeah. I'm good. I'm good. And,
you can only handle so much of that.
All my friends, for the most part, they're all married. They got kids. They're not looking to do that either. So it was pretty lame. We gambled. I'll tell you this. Everybody fucking won. And that's the first time in my life where I've ever won a nickel. Me and a buddy of mine used to every week for like 3 or 4 months on Friday, we would drive to Atlantic City and every dollar we had in our pocket, like we refused to go into an ATM or anything, whatever we had in our pocket, we would put on a color.
Was all that you could spend?
That was it. But it was all that we had. Like we wouldn't bring our wallets either. We had our license and everything in our pocket, any cash we had. We'd go. Never won once. Never once. I'm talking on the way back. We didn't have a dollar. Not a nickel. The way back, like there's tolls that are 35 cents. If you don't pay them, it's like $120 for the ticket. You know what I mean? We never had a nickel.
I mean, the odds are 50-50.
Yeah, I know, man. I know. He'll tell you, bro, never once. Never won once. But on my bachelor party, bro, everybody won. So that was one of the pluses.
So you guys all go to the hotel in, what was it, Harrah's? What was it, Golden Nugget?
I think it was Harrah's. Or maybe Caesars?
And then you basically, from what I heard, you got so trashed early in the night.
I did.
That I think you fell asleep.
Yeah.
And then the best man.
Because again, I'm traveling, dude. You know what I mean? Like, it's a lot of fucking travel. I flew to New York To drive in a car, I was wiped, dude.
New York to Atlantic City is like 5 hours, no?
3.5, 4 hours, long time. Yeah.
Yeah,
4
so-
hours. After you've just been on a 6-hour flight, it's like fucking, you know.
Yeah. So Johnny calls me throughout the bachelor party because he knew that I was scared.
Yeah, she was petrified.
And this is what happens when you tell Johnny, Tommy's best
That was
friend,
the other reason I
a
wanted to
story.
tame it down, because she was petrified. You know what I mean? So it's like, I'm not going to get too crazy. This is nothing. It's nothing to, you know, I don't even want to give her something to be concerned about.
I transferred successfully my fear and apprehension, and I basically like booed you up, like, please don't like do anything that's gonna make me feel like I just can't handle like just the thought of you and what's gonna happen, and like I don't know if what's like I'm not gonna. And I even threatened you like there will be no wedding if something gets back to me.
Not even that, she was going to cut parts of my body off. It's just like,
Of course,
it's like enough, bro.
That's
I get
a given.
I get it.
That's a
I
given.
Get it. I get it. We're not doing anything at the fucking studio.
So like I effectively
She made it real. Like she told this to all the people that they're going to be in my bridal party. She's had conversations with each of them. I hold you responsible if something should happen or whatever.
I'm a smart cookie.
She's talking about a guilt trip. It was like, all right, guys, this is going to be a lot of fun, you know?
Yes, I effectively like babied my way and pandered
Her
and
father just died. You know what I mean? So it's like,
that's when you play that card.
Yeah. She was, you know, so it's like she's been through a lot. She got a lot on my mind. You know, I got a lot going on. Please, I just don't want to worry. You know, don't worry. He's gonna be good. I got him.
Like
you know
if there's
what I'm saying?
anything,
Thanks, fellas.
if there's anything that happens, it better be worth
Yeah, I
it.
had guys following me to the bathroom, dude. Where you going? What are you doing? You know what I'm saying? Like,
And
oh, the
and
fuck?
so this is
Taking a shit, bro. Leave me alone.
yeah, because
Sure.
I said I was like, you can go and do whatever you want. There will be no wedding when you get back.
Yeah.
And I meant it.
Oh, 100%.
And I, you know, it was effective. But like, this is what happens when you tell something to Johnny. Hey, Johnny, like, I just, you know, like, this is what I'm worried about. And I would tell him everything. Like, I trust Johnny with everything. Like, there's never a thought that I've held back. And then this is what Johnny will give me. Like, he's always has your back.
Yeah.
But he basically is like, don't worry about it. I got it. So I'm like, oh, fuck. Like, what does that mean? What does that mean? Does that mean he's going to make sure it never gets back to me, but that it's going to happen? Or does that mean that like he's going to make sure that everything is hemmed up? What? I was just so scared and nervous.
We went to dinner, and for yours, the guys. I'm trying to think who the guys were at my dinner, though. Mike was there. Shervin was there. Nima was there. My buddy Tommy was there because he lives in Vegas. But I'm just thinking, I was sitting at the head of the table, and I got drunk at that thing. I'd already surprised you, but I came back to you that night. I couldn't stand up, bro. I remember I was dressed like an Easter egg. I had fucking like a.
Oh, you had a really funny like golfing outfit on.
Yeah, man. But
Like
I couldn't.
Tommy
I was
wore
falling
like
over.
he was like, I'm going to Vegas. I'm gonna wear a cotton polo
Yeah.
and salmon pants. So he had like an Easter
Nah, man,
yellow
it was
polo.
jeans, but it was the shirt. I remember, and I had my big fat gut. It made me look like a fucking Easter egg. You know what I'm saying? Like there was
A Easter egg bunny.
no, an Easter egg. Like Shams would have put me in his basket. You know what I
Okay.
mean? Like an Easter egg.
We haven't even talked about my bachelorette party yet. But what's dope about my bachelorette party
That was
was
on your bachelorette party. That's what I'm saying. We went out
Right.
to dinner. I just don't remember who I went with.
so you go to your bachelor party, you come back, you survive.
Yes.
I am relieved. I feel relatively like, you know, if there did happen to be something, it hasn't gotten back to me. I didn't hear anything bad. So as far as I know, everything
It's copacetic.
is okay. So now I can be all about like, what am I going to wear? And so for my bachelorette party, I found the outfit that Britney Spears wore that was like a body stocking that was fully
Yeah.
bedazzled.
Yeah.
Either J-Lo wore it first or Britney wore it first, but I wore it right
Best.
after.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
There you go.
So I have like these extra high platform shoes to make me look longer and taller. I have a super high disco pony that Brandon made, like make your hair really, really high, or maybe it was like Cher, like a big Cher wig.
I think it was like down.
Oh yeah, it was like a big Cher wig. Oh yeah, he did the pony for the day playing because we
Yeah.
did like day drinking poolside in Vegas. So like I really had the most idyllic bachelorette party that any girl could ever want.
Okay, good. I'm happy.
All
you had
my
fun.
friends-
We definitely had a good time. We drank a lot. We all drank a lot.
Oh.
We all drank a lot.
A lot of champagne.
Yeah.
I never knew. In fact, I have an open can that right now I'm going to finish because just to commemorate this moment, the champagne was flowing. I had all my friends around me, the ones that were willing to go to Vegas. We did the nice dinner. We did the pool party. We did the party bus. We went to the club. And who surprises me in the middle of the trip? My boo.
Yeah.
And we go to this club.
Well, you went on Thursday. On Friday
Yeah.
nightish, I showed up.
I got to do one night with just the
Yeah.
people, just my friends.
Yes.
And then the next day, I was asleep and you woke me up.
Mm-hmm.
And it was the cutest thing ever. You like woke me up with kisses.
Mm-hmm.
And that night when we went to the club,
Oh, you were still terrified. Like I was going out. I went to dinner with those guys I just mentioned, Mike, Shervin, a buddy of mine that lived in Vegas.
I was afraid that they were going to
She
slip
was-
some
Yeah,
strip
she
club
thought that
in.
we were going to like Tijuana for a donkey show. You know
That's
what I
right.
mean? Like she was like, "Where are they
Exactly.
taking you? Where are you going? Why can't you stay with me? You're here now. You came to surprise me. Where are you going?" And
True.
it's like, "Yo, man, chill out, bro."
So for like all the girls out there that like think that they're always going to be a mess, you're not.
Yeah.
You're going to mellow out.
Yeah, you gotta.
You're
There
going to
you
mellow
go.
out.
That's the takeaway from this episode, folks. You know, it's a lot of gibberish, a lot of rigmarole, a lot of nut stuff. But at the end of the day,
But there was a montage,
Yeah.
a video montage of us
Yes.
in the club. There was like
a champagne.
Congratulations,
I started
Tommy.
popping, but that Prince Fred was there. I think
Oh,
he
he
might have been.
did,
He
I'm
might have been
sure.
at my dinner too, maybe.
Oh, my
But
goodness.
Prince Fred was there, and he bought like 50 bottles of
this
Dom
is a
P.
guy that buys a lot of.
And he's like, "Yo, drink these." To
Clubs.
me, I'm like, "What the fuck am I gonna do with 50 bottles of champagne?" I know. I'll act like we just won a championship. Yeah, I soaked everybody in the club, bro. Mike was so pissed, bro. His shirt was like fucking like $700-800. It was soaked. It was ruined.
At one point, we look up and the entire club was like all our name in lights and just videos just going across of the moment that you proposed to me. All of our like our best moments together was up on this like movie screens, multiple screens.
Yes.
And our friends started doing champagne sprays. We just had
It was good. It
a
was cool.
very epic time.
Yes, it was definitely cool.
And then the thing is, like, as far as planning, my rule, my tips, my hot takes on how to do a bachelorette, sit down and write out everything that you want. Now that you have the internet age, you can even
But
like
who's doing that? Only if you're asked to be a maid of honor do you should be doing that. If you're getting married, you shut the fuck up.
your best friend knows exactly what you want.
You would hope.
And mine was perfect.
I mean, maybe you could sit down together, maybe.
No.
But it's not something where if you're getting married, you should be the one that's like, "This is how my bachelorette party's going." It's like, "Yo, chill the fuck out, man. That's how." it's all up
I've
to you.
never done that.
No,
I
man,
think
that's
your
what I
best
mean.
girlfriends will have ideas.
Yeah, they
You
should. Mm-hmm.
pool things together. And the resources, like everyone does what's within their means because really the only thing you need is each other. If you're a guest, don't
I just
be
think
a
it's so
diva that
ballsy
weekend.
to put like a crazy financial obligation onto other people. If they're
You already
into
have to
it-
take off work. You already have to get a dog sitter. You already have to get the Ubers to the airport. You have to buy outfits. You have to maybe you can like
yeah, and
coordinate.
you're gonna have to do something like
swim.
that for the wedding too. You know what I mean? The wedding's still
Right.
coming.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's
Right.
not like that's
And a
just
wedding
one thing.
gift.
Yeah, I think we kind of beat that horse to death, right? I figure we'll answer a couple listener questions, right?
I love
Then we'll
questions.
see you guys next week. It's actually a real long question. Wonder Woman or Wonder.Woman. She's saying a lot of nice stuff about us. Thank you very much. We appreciate it. I never had a mom or role model to look up to learn from to repeat what she did. I do think I'm a good mom. So my question is for both of you. Tommy with your mom and MJ with your dad, what were some specific things that you appreciated in their parenting? What do you think they did or didn't do that contributed to the forming of a close relationship?
I have mine already.
Go ahead.
Okay. I loved that my father would reason with me. You know, he was one of those dads that the worst thing you could say to him was, "I'm very disappointed in you."
Okay.
So the worst thing he could ever say to me was,
That.
"I'm very disappointed in you."
Yeah.
And the reason why we built that is because he showed me why. He didn't talk at me. He always spoke to me as an equal, and it made me feel like it was very self-esteem building. And I wasn't a bad rebellious kid because he would understand that if I show and explain and guide her and tell her why things are, then I would be like, oh, it makes sense. Okay.
I like that. I mean, you're obviously one of the most confident people I've ever met. And I would love for my son to carry that type of confidence. And
you do that with him, because what you did today was like, we were at the obstacle course this morning, and he ran up to the concession stand. He wanted an ice cream because that's all they sold there. Doritos and ice cream.
Yeah.
This is morning time. You said not until you eat your breakfast. So you had to look into his sweet little face and say, first we have to go to breakfast. And you showed him delayed gratification. He had to say no right in that moment, which is very difficult for a baby to do.
Plus, his mother was there ready to buy him the ice cream.
Of course. I would have done the wrong thing.
I have to scream it out across the whole thing. No! I literally saw them at the concession stand. Like,
ice cream.
It's a
He's
big...
like 50 feet away.
Listen, it's a big fun house type thing. I'm up at the top of the fun house where the slides are. I'm looking for my wife and kid. There's no reason for me to be up here. I'm only up here to play with them or play with him. And they're gone. And I'm looking, and she's at the fucking concession stand, and she's about to buy this kid some ice cream. I'm like, no ice cream before breakfast. She had to put the money back in her pocket.
The point is that you did do what my dad did today.
And for me, for my mother, it was her humor. I could joke about anything in any situation and literally be all right with it. Now, I don't know, maybe a psychiatrist would be like, that's a problem. But like in any situation, I could bring levity to it. Because of her, you know, even when she was sick, when like her hair was falling out, if I wasn't paying attention or if I was looking the other way, she'd be like, can you hold this? And she would give me like a clump of her hair. Oh. You know what I'm saying? But it was a way for me to rationalize and just like deal with it. It's heavy shit, bro.
Yeah.
But I'm carrying it, not you. Don't sweat it. We're good. You know what I'm saying?
Very Irish of your mommy.
Yeah. So, I mean, that would be my word of, but listen, the very fact that you're writing this long of a message and you're thinking on this type of level, don't beat yourself up. I'm sure you're already a very good mother. You care. That, to me, if I wrote a book about parenting, it wouldn't be that long. It'd probably be fucking 8 pages. Show up.
But here's
care.
What it is.
Give a shit. If you do those type of things every day, all the time, and you stand on a hill for your kid, then you're a good parent in my mind.
But what I realized with Shams is that it is such an effective tool. When I look at him and I explain things to him, he gets it. I don't need to just be like, no. You say, sweetheart, we're going to do this later, but first we have to do this.
Yeah, you give them that, yes.
They understand.
Yeah.
We should never underestimate that he also can be reasoned with.
This is Naomi Abibi, NZ Abibi on Insta. What do you do on Sundays during football to make it less unbearable? That's usually my fiance and I's day off, and I catch myself slowly getting frustrated throughout the day because he must watch every game.
Oh,
I love
honey,
this guy.
Honey,
that guy's my man.
Nazi. Girl.
Tell your fiance he's the shit.
Answer the question.
No, it's to you. That's to you. I'll tell him what to do. Relax. Take a chill pill. Go for a walk, because I agree. He must watch every game.
It's both of their days off, sweetheart.
I understand. Football's it's not all year. It's not all year, and it's only one day a week. Sorry, Nazi. Sorry. Don't get that frustrated.
Since when are you such a liar? It's 3 days a week, and it's not all year.
No, but they only have 1 day off. They only have 1 day off.
It's all year, August to February.
No, it's not. Doesn't start till September.
Preseason starts in August.
And nobody cares about preseason. I don't watch preseason.
September to end of January is 6 months.
Okay. Then the rest of the 6 months, you should just be happy.
Okay, so give Nazi what happens.
The other 6 months are yours, kid. Come up with something. That would be my answer. That's not a good answer for us. Saturdays are yours. Whatever you want to do on a Saturday, we do.
But she said their only days off are on Sunday.
No, my only point is, okay, so once football's over, till football begins, they're mine.
No.
Every Sunday's mine.
No, sweetie, you can't put your life on hold for 6 months.
Sure you can.
No.
Sure you can.
No.
Sure you can.
If every Sunday is both of your days off and he loves you, then what about going to dinner after football's over on Sunday nights?
Yeah, fine.
Okay.
Once football's over, you can have the rest of the night.
How about this?
It sounds like that's what they have now, and she's not pumped on that.
How about this? Every Sunday morning, football doesn't start until 9:30 anyway.
Depends where you live. And in New York, it starts at 1 o'clock. Out here, it starts at 10.
Okay, so that means you have the morning time to have a cute little breakfast.
Absolutely.
Right? Have some morning sex.
Okay.
And then maybe your boyfriend can get you a massage to come to the house.
Oh, maybe,
right?
yeah.
What do you think of that?
I think that's great. Sometimes like something I would do.
And then while you're watching football, you're making sure that she's enjoying herself.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
So you'll come over, give her a little kiss, bring her like something sweet, like come to the house with flowers.
Again,
have a nice breakfast.
I go back to my original point.
And then go to dinner. And by the way, make sure that you settle this in a sit down, have a sit down conversation with your boyfriend, have a contract written out, get a notary to come to the house. No joke. No joke.
Well, go take notary
classes. Get a notary
classes.
to come to the house.
Go take notary classes. She could do it herself because the next relationship, she probably want a notary too.
No, you need a witness.
Okay, that's true.
And make your husband, boyfriend throw down on a massage, and you order a massage, and make sure that the guy that comes to the house is fucking hot. And then when you go and you get your massage in the backyard or in some second bedroom or whatever, that he hears you enjoying the massage.
Yes, make sure.
And after that, you will be drunk before he comes because you'll have a boozy brunch with your girlfriends.
And it sounds like work's going to be awful for you tomorrow because you're going to be very hungover. Or let's finish this up.
A nice dinner.
Yeah.
Also, Nazi, and even though that's not her name, he's never going to change. It's never going to get better.
Yeah.
And even when he has kids, he's not going to give a shit. No. It's always going to be like this.
Downhill
only
for you.
Worse.
Downhill from here for you, Nazi. I should have actually led with this question. Going out of last week's episode, if you guys remember, we were a little pressed for time. Shams woke up, but we were talking about once a cheater, always a cheater. But I said that I didn't believe that. This person wants to know, what's up with that?
Depends on the circumstances.
This is anonymous. Hi, listen to your podcast. You started on the topic, once a cheater, always a cheater. The discussion went in a different direction, but what are each of your thoughts on the subject? Tommy said he didn't believe that, but didn't explain. Thanks.
So I was starting to say, one of the best things about dating you is that I think that guys that have attention from the opposite sex from an appropriately young age. Like, you were good looking all your life. You got a lot of girls from the moment that you became interested in girls in your teenage years, right?
Yeah.
I love, because there's two kind of guys in this world. The guys that were ugly, not ugly like as in physically ugly, had no game.
Okay.
They didn't have confidence. They didn't have
nerd
swag.
Okay.
They weren't good looking. They just didn't get attention. Some of them might have just been like going through an ugly phase. There's like a guy who comes to mind who shall remain nameless. He became hot in his 30s.
Okay.
For the rest of
he's
his...
making up for it.
So I have a theory.
He's making up for lost time.
Exactly. So I have a theory that the best guy to bank on is a guy that got love and attention from girls from those teenage years, so that by the time that he's settling down, he's been there, done that, he's seen it, he's got it. Like, you don't have thirsty around another beautiful woman.
No. Listen,
you don't.
Ladies love me. They always have, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm good with a joke. You know, it's also real different. It's kind of the reason that I've talked about that. I think that Pete Davidson. It's not like you're just
ugly and funny.
But it's
like you're also attractive.
But my mom dying, I think it's one of the things about Pete Davidson.
He thinks Pete Davidson.
That's why people like him. Is that his father died in the towers? He's got an interesting story, and he's funny. So it, like, girls, I don't know. I can only deal with what I have, and women, not just girls, women. Look at Terry Maguire. She would like reach out. Women have always helped me if they can.
I definitely am not into you because of a tragedy that happened.
Yeah, no, you and I are different. You and I are different. We're fucking
I don't
Tinder
think
hookup.
that Kim K is with Pete Davidson because
no, it's just you root for that. I'm not saying that that's the reason. I'm saying there's just an element to it, that there's something about it that you want to like root for the person. You want the best for them.
Okay, but this isn't helping the girl. So the anon.
Yeah, it's not. That's we went off a path. That has nothing to do with this question.
So my theory is, when you pick a guy that is confident, that is a good guy.
But this isn't a question. Her question is, once a cheater, always a cheater. Do you agree or disagree? Discuss.
Wait, because, okay, I'm gonna.
Okay.
Last week, I said one of the best things about dating you, and then you went into porn.
Gotcha.
Okay? So I did make a note, and I did text it to Nene, and I said, Actually, let's pick that up for the
Okay.
next one. One thing I noticed is that I would never pick a husband that was going to have wandering eyes. To the point of like, what's up with once a cheater, always a cheater? There's definitely signs. I think if a guy has wandering eyes, you need to tell him, like, that's disrespectful. I noticed. And if you do that, you're going to lose me, because a woman wants to be put on a pedestal in every way, emotionally and physically. You have to make sure that you as the woman are paying attention to all the signs. Before that you guys were boyfriend, girlfriend, while you're in the dating stage, how many girls are around him? How many guy friends does he have? Because some dudes, like Nima, has more female friends than guy friends. So like, who is he hanging out with? Like, pay attention to the type of people. Like, Nima's not hooking up with his female friends. They're totally platonic. Like, he's friends with people like me, Annette. He's never, you know, whatever, going to have inappropriate feelings. But my point is that the girl has to notice all of these little telltale signs about the guy.
Okay.
Like, Nima is someone who is 40 and very single. Like, he's kind of like a dog, basically.
Yeah.
Nima's a dog.
Well-
He's like a rabid, drooling, foaming at the mouth. He's girl crazy.
And he loves the spotlight too. So now he's one of those people that, like you said earlier, that now he's getting women
For the
that
first time.
Yeah.
And before was married. And before that, he says, I was 50 pounds overweight and didn't have confidence and whatever.
yeah.
So hot Nima just came into the scene in his 30s.
Yeah.
So that's like a polar example of
Gonna
like
get
the
fucking
person to
chlamydia.
avoid.
Like,
And then someone like Shervin and Mike, I wouldn't go for those type of guys. I'd go for somebody like you.
yeah, well,
you
we're
know?
married.
Well,
so-
but like, well, she's listening, and
Yeah.
avoid guys that date a lot. Avoid those guys.
What? Ugh.
Yeah, like you're gonna know. You're gonna be like with a
But
low
once a
key
cheat,
guy.
always a cheat. Is that? Do you agree with that principle?
Yes,
You think so too? I disagree. I don't think that.
you've never cheated.
I know friends of mine that cheat or cheated when they were younger.
Give me an example
No,
anonymously.
I'm not going to blow spots, and I'm not.
You're not saying their name. Just say
Yeah,
what, why they cheated once and then didn't do it again.
Well, they cheated when they. I have a friend that cheated all the time when he had girlfriends, but since he's been married, never. Like I know never. Like he wouldn't. You know. So I think if you're talking about marriage, then I do agree. I think once a cheater, always a cheater in marriage. If you're
Okay,
willing to
so
do it
I-
once, you'll do it again. But I
Okay,
think
so
if
I
you're
did-
a boyfriend girlfriend type thing, I don't necessarily agree with that.
I think that if you're dating, you don't count it as cheating because you're seeing
No,
a lot
but
of
if
other
you're in a
guys,
relationship
and they
with
don't
some-
always know about each other.
I know. Again, I disagree. You could be in a relationship with someone for a couple of years, but it's not necessarily going anywhere. You're just in the relationship. Some people are born with
Okay.
girlfriends
If
and
you're-
vice versa.
Okay.
And it's tough to get the exit. And that exit might be that you meet someone else that you like, and then you wind up marrying that person, and you never fucking cheat ever again, ever.
That's
but that's
true.
just someone, you know what I mean? So I don't necessarily.
That's different.
I think that once a cheat, always a cheat. No offense, girls, but I think that's that was come up by a woman, and I think that that's to kind of sugarcoat her feelings that she got hurt that this guy cheated, so he does that with everybody because otherwise it's me that he didn't like anymore, and that's tough for people to deal with.
So here's the light at the end of the tunnel.
Mm.
I'm using myself as an example. In my younger years, when I didn't take men very seriously, I would fuck around. And
You big cheater.
it didn't matter if I was seeing someone, I might have stepped out of a relationship, to your point. But when you meet the person that you're taking the relationship very seriously, then you're right. You will then stop because you're like, fuck, I'm not in my 20s anymore. I'm not even in my early 30s anymore. Once you get to a
I
certain
don't think
point,
it's a matter of you saying those things. I think your
Yeah,
heart
I
just
did say
speaks.
'em.
Your heart speaks for you. Your heart says that
You
I
get
don't
to
want
a
to go
point-
with anyone else. I'm just with this person. You know what
get
I'm saying?
to a point where you love somebody enough that you'll realize, like, oh, I do have to be okay. So I just contradicted myself because
Not the first time.
I definitely cheated earlier, but those were relationships that I didn't take seriously. When I met the right person, I was like, okay.
It's like when you ask a
I
girl how
can't
many
fuck
guys
this
she
up.
said she's been with, and she'll tell you how many boyfriends she's had. It's a big difference. Like it's not the question I asked.
No, that's
They'll tell you
going
about
off
the dick
topic.
that they got on vacation, like when they went to college. Oh yeah, Miguel. I forgot about him.
Maybe.
You know what I mean? Yeah, no.
Maybe it wasn't memorable.
Yeah, maybe not. Maybe not.
Okay, well,
But,
let's just make sure that before we move on that we give a solid answer.
I think I gave my answer.
So
I'm good.
basically, we're both saying we retract the once a cheat, always a cheat, because if you're dating somebody in a certain period of your life, usually younger, when you're younger, you need to date around. You might cheat on a boyfriend or a girlfriend when you're younger, but you do change into a more serious person who then says, I'm too old for this shit. I am in a committed relationship with someone that I don't want to lose.
No, but that's not necessarily
Don't
true.
stay with...
But you might have that guy that's been married for 20 years, 25 years, never cheated. All of a sudden, he got a hot new secretary that starts working at the office, and then he steps out with her and winds up marrying her. And the second, so like I said, you can't.
Don't stay with somebody that cheats on you.
No. The habitual dude, like the one you catch more than once, that person's a cheater. Like he's never gonna change.
If he cheats on you, he'll cheat on you again.
Yeah, like that's the different. You know what I mean? There are definitely guys
break
out there
up with a guy
that are
cheats on
cheaters. You know what I mean?
No, so we're on the same page. If she's thinking about a guy, don't stay with someone who's cheated on you and expect them to stay with you faithful.
Yeah, don't think that that's a one-time thing. I definitely don't think it's a one-time thing.
And even if they don't, they probably want to.
If it's you talking about you, like if he's cheated or she's cheated on you, I think they will cheat on you again. Yes.
Perfect.
Yes.
I 100% agree.
Okay, so we wrapped that up. Took a while.
Do we have
to do
another
it.
question?
No, I think that's all the questions that we have for this week. But
all right. Well, look out for messages from me on my Amazon Live. I love doing it. And what else?
Kathy QVC. Everybody knows that I've been doing that Power of Three. I want to actually give a compliment to one of our listeners. I killed two birds with one stone. I reached out and I complimented her. Her name is Kristen Binns, I think. And the broad's lost a shit ton of weight, bro. She should be real fucking proud of herself. So, Kristen, great job.
Tell us your secret.
I think it's just, working, taking care of herself and exercise, from what I can tell of her Facebook posts. I don't know her personally.
Willpower is really hard.
Yeah.
You and I suck at it.
No,
Willpower.
absolutely. If she's got any inside tips, she should post them to her social. She'll probably get a few followers now she didn't have before. Kristen Binns. I don't know. I know that's on Facebook. I don't know what her name is on Instagram. But yeah, man, real proud of you, dude. You're doing a great job.
Help me.
But
Kristen.
otherwise...
Help me do it too.
Otherwise, thank everybody for listening and watching.
Don't forget to leave a review and all the other stuff that we already say on our outro.
Yeah, YouTube's up. The YouTube is Till the Dirt with Tommy and MJ.
Okay.
Check it out. There's just, you can get the video versions of the podcast, and there's some older videos and stuff of shams in case you want to get lost in Tommy and MJ world for a little bit.
And if you want one of our t-shirts, you can go to the website and get one of those.
That's it. Yeah, these are available. All right, guys.
See you next week.
Yeah.
Thank you guys so much for listening to another episode of Till the Dirt with Tommy and MJ. We're so happy you're coming on this journey with us. It would mean so much to us if you would rate our show, give us 5 stars, leave a nice comment, and subscribe so that you can stay up to date with all our new episodes. You could also follow us on all platforms at Till the Dirt with Tommy and MJ. See you next week.